7:19 a.m., Beverly Hills High School. It was a beautiful Friday morning, and the girls were sitting together on the grass, just resting with each other. Man, this is such a beautiful day. It almost makes me want to change into my swimsuit and jump into a swimming pool, Sam said happily. She was wearing her short plain shirt, dark green skirt with high-heeled boots. No kidding, Sammy, Clover responded. She wore a blue shirt with a flower in the middle, long green pants, and a pair of regular boots. It sure is a lovely day to go to the beach after school, Alex said. She was wearing a yellow dress with a flower on the side and a pair of black sandals. Clover and Alex were staring to look at for a boy, and Sam lay on the grass and watched the other students walking around the school. Clover spotted Matt walking around as he turned and went to sit next to Sam, who had just gotten up from lying down on the grass. "Hey girls, how's it going?" Matt greeted. After sitting down, he wore a Boost Mobile Yamada of Troy t-shirt with some other sponsors at the front of the red brown free on the back. Matt was also wearing long gray pants and a pair of beach-like slippers. "Hey Matthew, not bad thanks," Alex said as Sam started blushing while sitting next to Clover. "Hey Matthew," Sam said, still blushing. "I like your outfit, by the way," she added. "Hey, thanks Sammy. I like your outfit myself," Matt complimented back. "Who's up for swimming at my house for the weekend?" Clover asked. "That's a great idea, Clover, since the weather is supposed to be perfect for the entire weekend," Sam said. "Count me in," Alex said. "I'm up for it too," Matt said. "If you let me in." "Totally," said Clover. Matthew," Sam said, starting to blush once again. "Can I ask you something?" "Sure, what?" Matt asked, looking a little clueless. "Well, but what did you... Sam was about to say, but her conversation came up as a halt as the school bell had rung. "Can you ask me at lunch?" Sam requested as Sam started to stand up. He leant down and helped Sam. "Oh, sure," Sam said as she grabbed his hand and started to stand up as well. The four of them started walking to their classes, with Sam and Matt holding hands. When lunch came, Matt sat down at a table of four. Sam made it through the lunch line first, while Clover and Alex were still waiting in line. It was almost their turn, when Sam walked over with a piece of chicken and a scoop of rice on her plate, and noticed Matt was sitting alone, not really eating anything because Matt wasn't really hungry. He was just basically thirsty as he sipped a can of soda. "Are one of the seats taken?" Sam asked, walking over to Matt. "No, go ahead. Was waiting for you guys, actually," Matt said. Sam just sat down in the vacant chairs and enjoyed her chicken and rice. "Wasn't there something you wanted to ask me, Sammy?" Matt asked, remembering earlier before school. "Oh yeah, well, I wanted to ask you, that was, Sam was starting to stammer, but she finally had the guts to blurt out, "Matthew, will you go on a date with me?" Matthew's jaw dropped, but finally said, "Oh, I don't know. I gotta think about that. I haven't been on a date at all in my life. I'll try to tell you after school. If I forget or something, I'll tell you at Clover's." Matt then got up and threw his can of soda away. "Fine with me," Sam said as she got up to throw away her lunch, which she had finished. Inside, she felt a bit worried as she walked back to sit down with Matt. "Hey, Sam, I still need to think about it. But I really don't want to ruin yourself if I declined your offer to date me," Matt offered her. "Okay, I understand, Matthew," Sam replied back to him. With all of a sudden, the bell rang and lunch break was over. The girls and Matt started to walk to their next few classes. When Sam made her way to find her final class of the day, she tried to focus on her class, but inside, she was getting more and more worried about possibly not going on a date with Matt. She was tired and really very hard not to focus, but to herself, "Man, if Matthew doesn't go on a date with me after I asked him, I'm not going to be a happy girl." Fortunately, Matt was in the same class as Sam. While he sat focused next to Sam in class, she stayed focused as she could for the rest of the class period. All of a sudden, the bell rang and school was over. As the students started falling out of classrooms, Sam finally asked, "Matthew, have you thought of it yet?" "Not yet, but I should have your answer by the time we get to Clover's. Mind if I catch a ride with you?" Matt asked after telling Sam. "I wish I could say yes, but I think I'll give you a ride home next time. I hope you're not mad with me," Sam said. "Don't worry, Sammy, I'm not mad at her or anything. I understand. I'll just catch a ride with Clover and Alex," Matt said. While the two walked their separate ways, Sam bolted out of the school and to her car, while Matt walked to catch a ride with Clover and Alex in Clover's car. Matthew, wasn't Sammy was gonna drive herself and you over to my house? Clover asked as she spotted me and Alex that came out of her classroom. She said she wanted to drive to your house alone. Can I catch a ride with you two? Matt asked after questioning what happened. Okay, Clover said. Well, Clover drove her car out of school with Matt sitting in the front and Alex sitting in the back seat. Matt started to hang his head a little. What's wrong, Matthew? Alex asked. It was kind of weird at lunch. Sam asked me on a date, but I wasn't sure about it. Should I go out with her or not? Matt asked. Maybe you should go out with Sam, Clover said. It's almost a crime to say no. Clover's right, Matthew. Why don't you and Sammy go out with each other, and then just spend some more time with her since you spend some time alone, and the only times you ever get to see her is if we invite you over to one of our houses, Alex said. Maybe Sam's ready beating over us to my house, and she's waiting for us and a response from you, Matthew, Clover guessed. Maybe you're right, you two. Maybe I should go out on that date, Matt said. At 2:40 p.m. at Clover's house. Meanwhile, I drive over to my car to Clover's house, and when I got there, I parked my car and went to the front door, and I found out it was locked after I tried to open it. I walked by Clover's pool and entered Clover's room through the back of their balcony. When I got in, I took off my high-heeled boots and walked barefoot downstairs. I then placed them by the front door, and then walked over to Clover's couch. I sat on my knees and sank my head into the palms of my hands while my elbows were sunk into the cushions of the couch. I was starting to get very worried. Why am I being this worried? He's coming over with Alex and Clover, and they should be here any minute, I thought. Trying to cheer myself up, I began to adjust my skirt and then placed my thumbs down and pulled it down just a little. Later then I put my hand on my clothes and started brushing the top with my fingers. A minute later I stood on my feet. I unlocked the front door and peeked outside to see if Clover's car had pulled up yet. I peeked out my head to look, and I looked to my right, then to my left. The sun was still shining bright in the sky, and it was about 90 degrees outside. While I was looking and turning to my left, my eye caught a glimpse of Clover's swimming pool. Maybe a nice swim will calm me down, I said. As I closed the door and locked it. Unfortunately, Clover and Alex and Sam and Matthew had not arrived yet. I was the only one in Clover's house. I wonder if anyone's home, I thought to myself. I started looking around to see if Stella was home. Fortunately for me, Stella wasn't home. She was still at work and wouldn't be home until later that night. I looked down at my clothes, and I had an extra green bathing suits I kept at Clover's house, Alex's house, and Matthew's houses. In one of their drawers, I looked down at my clothes, then the entrance to Clover's room a few times. I remember putting my skirt down just a tiny bit when I had sat down earlier. I looked down my clothes one more time, and I began to put my skirt down more. When I adjusted my skirt a little, I put it down, which gives me some sort of an idea, I said to myself. Before I went upstairs to change, I flung off my clothes one time, so I ended up deciding to put my bathing suit on. I reached Clover's room still wearing my bathing suit. Before I went in, I put down a pile of clothes, stood up and then put my clothes in what seemed to be a bedroom or on a bed. Out of these clothes from me, and damn, it's sure hot. But luckily, I'm in my bathing suit, so it would be fine. Hey, Sammy, what are you doing dressed in your bathing suit? Matt asked as he looked over to me. I made my way to Clover, one of her beach chairs, and I heard Clover pull in the driveway. As Clover and Alex and Matthew got out of Clover's car, I walked over there while the three of them were walking. Said, "Hey guys," I said. I kept my urge a secret. I was gonna take a swim until you came. Wanna join? Sam asked. Of course, Sam, Alex said. That's what we're gonna do when we got here. Of course I'll join you, Sammy, Clover stated. I'm up for that, Matt said. This is going perfect. All I have to do is ask Matthew if he's thought of it, and then I could possibly go on that date with him, Sam thought to herself, as Clover, Alex, and Matt went inside to change into their bathing suits. When we came out, Sam had already climbed up Clover's diving board and dove into the pool. Clover climbed up next, Alex climbed up right behind Clover, and Matt climbed up right behind Alex. Clover stood in her two-piece red bathing suit, and Alex stood in her two-piece green fish bathing suit, and the boys' brand, and that Matt stood back with black and blue swim shorts. Clover dove into the pool, then Alex, and finally Matt, but jumped in instead of diving in. The girls and Matt swam and played for about a half an hour, until Sam and Matt came out and sat with their legs in the pool, while Clover and Alex continued swimming. Sam, I have thought of it, and I'd be honored to go on a date with you, Matt said. Sam sighed in relief. That's really great to hear from you, Matthew. I'll pick you up around 7:30, Sam said happily. Great, where do you want to go, Sammy? Matt asked. How about a regular date at the mall, Sam suggested. Sounds great, Matt said, agreeing with her. So at the mall at 7:30, right? He asked, double-checking. You got it, Matthew, Sam said confidently. One thing, Sam, wouldn't you mind driving, would you? Matt asked. Sure, why not? Sam asked. This is kind of awkward, but don't tell everyone, not even Finn, Alex, and Clover, okay? I haven't learned myself how to drive yet, Matt asked. You serious? Sam asked as her jaw dropped. Yeah, but you still like me, right? Matt asked. Of course I do. Even though you haven't learned how to drive, Sam said. How did you get to school? She asked. My mom drives me, Matt explained. Spoiled, huh? Sam asked. Yeah, Matt said, starting to shake inside. I still don't mind driving you, Sam said. That's great to hear from you, Matt said, smiling, while Sam smiled back at me too. 6:28 p.m. in Clover's pool. Sam and I took our legs out of the water of Clover's pool and then took each other's hands and started to walk. Where are you two going? Clover asked, swimming to the edge of her pool. Where does it look like we are going? Me and Matthew are going home to get ready for our date, Sam asked as she wrapped her towel around her body and picked her clothes up as she left one of them on the beach chairs. But what about swimming at my house for the entire weekend? Clover asked. We'll still do that after we have some home from our date, I said. Matthew's right. Right now I gotta bathe and I do my hair. Anything to surprise Matthew, Sam said. But it's only 6:30, Sam. You don't have to go, Clover said. Clover's right. You know, Sam, I said as I turned to her. I know, but I don't want anything to see and completely forget about our date, Matthew, Sam explained. Oh, okay, I get it, I said. Shall we go in? Sam asked. I said. See you later, you two, Clover said, waving her hand from the pool. Bye, Clover. We'll see you and Alex tomorrow, Sam said, waving her hand back at Clover. Sam and I walked over to our homes. While we were walking, Sam asked, What do you want me to wear? I don't know. Anything is fine with me, I said, as I quickly kissed Sam's cheek. Gee, thanks, Matthew. I'll see you in a little while, Sam said as she turned to the front of her house and I walked her home. Bye, Sammy. I hope you'll wear something nice, I said, waving to her as I walked to my own house. At 7:00 p.m., my room. What am I going to wear that will surprise Matthew? I asked myself. I was still in my green bathing suit. I rummaged through my drawers looking for something nice to wear. After a few minutes, I found my plain blue dress. Now, of course, that means I'll wear my blue dress. I wonder what Matthew's going to think of me in this, I said to myself. I walked out of my room to the bathroom, grabbed a towel, and took off my bathing suit, and then I had a shower. It wasn't that long until I came out and grabbed a towel and wrapped it around me. Then I dried my hair and then went to grab my hairbrush and brushed my hair. When I was done brushing my hair, I slipped into my plain blue dress and then brushed my hair one last time. I finally headed back to my room. When I entered my room, I slammed into my soft bed and began to sigh in love. I took a tube of pink lipstick from my purse I had in my bed and applied it on my lips. I'm so ready for this date with Matthew, I said to myself. I picked up my snail phone and called Matthew up. Now, at 7:30 p.m. at Matthew's house, I was busy getting myself dressed in my room. I had taken a bath about 10 minutes ago. This will do fine, I said. Then the phone rang. Hello, I said after picking it up. Hey, Matthew, it's me, Sam, Sam said from earlier on the other end. Are you ready? She continued. Almost. I'm not done dressing yet, I said over the other line. Well, it's almost time. I hope you'll like my outfit. I'll see you in a little while, Sam said. I hope so too. I'll be done momentarily, I said. Okay, bye, Sam said as she hung up the phone. Bye, Sammy, I said as I hung up on the other line. Back in Sam's house, I had just stepped out of my house and walked to my car, got inside and drove to Matthew's house to pick him up. When I arrived, I honked my horn to tell Matthew I was waiting, then got out of my car. When Matthew came outside a minute later, "Hey Sammy, how's my beautiful date going?" I said. I stood in front of my blue Bridgestone t-shirt with some of the sponsors at the front. On the back, it was David Villeman's last name on it. Underneath it was a 12. I wore the regular blue pants and some pair of slippers that I had back at school. "Perfect, Matthew, just perfect," Sam said. Sam and I embraced each other and kissed each other. "Love that dress, Sammy. You look perfect in it," I complimented. "Thanks, Matthew. I love your outfit yourself," Sam complimented back. She then stood with the blue dress and while a white purse was around her shoulder. "So you want to go to my house and spend some quality time after our date?" Sam asked. "Sure, Sam. That sounds like a great idea," I said. Sam and I got into our car and drove to the mall. At Beverly Hills Mall at 7:30, Sam and I sat at a table. We gazed into each other's eyes while sipping drinks. I had a regular can of soda while Sam had a strawberry smoothie. "So, why do you like me so much to go on a date with me?" Sam asked as she put her chin at the top of her fingers. "I picked you because you look like the most beautiful of out of the three. I have a cousin back at home with the first name as you. And you know that, but I honestly picked you because you look like the calmest of the three. Other than Alex, that's one thing I like about you," I said in real confidence. "Oh, okay, that's a fair reason," Sam said. Sam and I leaned over to kiss as our lips touched and made ours as well as our eyes, but they didn't seem to quite touch each other. "I seriously think you're the princess of the school, in my eyes, Sam," I complimented. "Why, thank you, Matthew," Sam said. "You can quote me on that if you want to," I quipped. Sam and I kissed each other for once again, then got up and out of our seats. "Hey, I got you these," I said as I took a bouquet of roses and handed them to Sam. "Thanks, Matthew. I love roses," Sam said, smiling. She kissed me on the cheek. "I also got you this," I said as I took out an emerald ring from my pocket and then handed it to Sam. "Oh, Matthew, it's an emerald ring? I couldn't," Sam said. "Go on, take it. I bought it for you and only you. That's to show you how much I really like you," I said as I handed it to Sam and placed it at the palm of her hand. "Oh, thank you so much, Matthew, but you didn't have to go through all the trouble to buy that for me," Sam said as she placed the ring on her index finger. "Well, that's the kind of guy I am," I said as I put my hands behind my back. "Well, let's go back to my house and spend some time together," Sam suggested. "Well, sounds good. Let's go, Sammy," I said. At Sam's house around 9 o'clock, Sam and I had arrived at her house after we left the mall. We were still sitting together in her room on her bed, clutching each other's hands as we cuddled close together and softly kissing each other. "Matthew, can I have a massage on my shoulders?" Sam asked sweetly. "Anything for my beautiful Sammy," I said softly. Sam giggled inside, then asked, "Would you mind if I change into my swimsuit?" "No, not at all," I said. Sam then got up from where she was standing and gave me a quick kiss. Went to the bathroom and slipped her green bathing suit on. I just put on a bathrobe before she walked out and walked back to the room to sit down. "I'm back," Sam said. She then stood in a white bathrobe. "Why are you wearing a bathrobe, Sammy?" I asked, looking clueless. "Glad you asked, Matthew," Sam said. She undid her bathrobe before letting it fall to the floor and stood in her green bathing suit with her sides showing. She then walked over and sat down on her bed next to me. Sam then began to lean close to me and kiss me on the lips. "Are you ready for a relaxing massage, Sammy?" I asked. "Yes, I am," Sam said softly. "But first I would like to ask you a tiny bit of a question. Do you ever dream of marrying me someday?" "Well, Sam stammered. Not really." I was still stammering when Sam tossed her pure orange hair around my shoulders and pulled my body close to hers and with her hands until our bodies were touching. "You're so cute when you're speechless," Sam purred softly. "Sam, I tried to say, but Sam cut me off. "Just massage me already," she purred softly again. I placed my hands on her shoulders and then started to squeeze them gently with all my strength. "Ah, yes, this massage is so perfect, Matthew. I never know a guy like you would give such a perfect massage," Sam said while she crosses her emerald green eyes. "Thanks, Sammy. I'm one of those gentle and caring guys. You'll just tell me when to stop," I said. "Can you get my back too?" Sam requested softly. "Okay, I can get your back," I said to Sam. After about 5 minutes, Sam said, "Okay, you can stop now, Matthew. My shoulders feel refreshed. You can start on my back now." "Alright, Sammy, you've been enjoying it so far. Hopefully you'll enjoy the rest," I said. Still wearing her bathing suit, Sam lay on her stomach on her bed. She lifted up her long hair to allow her back to get massaged. "Ready, darling?" I asked. "I am, Matthew," Sam said softly. I placed my hand on Sam's back, touching the fabric of her bathing suit while I gently rubbed her back. "Ah, yes. This is a little more relaxing than the shoulders," Sam said softly while she crossed her eyes once again. I constantly rubbed Sam's back for a while I continued on Sam's phone ring. I stopped massaging Sam's back and stood up, walked over to answer her phone. She was still wearing her bathing suit, and Sam casually let go of her hair and stood up, and I began to sigh in love, just looking at her hair swaying back and forth. "Hello," she said as she picked up the phone. "Hey, Sammy, it's Clover. How's the date going with Matthew?" Clover said on the other line. "Hey, Clover, our date is going along perfectly right now. I'm getting a massage on my back, on my shoulders from Matthew, and man, it's relaxing," Sam said over the phone. "Well, that's good to hear. You're lucky that Matthew is one of us and not like your last boyfriend," Clover remarked. "Clover, Matthew is way more different than James. He is really gentle and really sweet. Anyways, I'm way past that and I'm moving along," Sam said. "That's great to hear, Sam. Are you two still coming to my house to swim tomorrow and Sunday with Alex and me?" Clover asked. "Of course we are. We're best friends. Although we have a boy as our fourth spy, at least he's the gentle type," Sam said to Clover. "Okay, Sam, I get it. We'll see you two tomorrow. Now kiss, kiss," Clover joked. "Oh, shut up, Clover. We'll see you and Alex tomorrow," Sam remarked while blushing, then hung up on the phone after Clover hung up on the other line. "Shall we carry along with the massage, Matthew?" Sam asked softly while casually walked back to her bed and laying down. "Sure," I said, as Sam got back on her bed and lay on her stomach. She grabbed her hair and put it gently by her right shoulder. I placed both my hands on Sam's back once again, and I continued with the massage. "Ah, that hits the spot. You can stop now, Matthew. I feel refreshed now." "Thank you so much," Sam requested after a few more minutes. "Okay," I said, as I took my hands off of Sam's back. "This is my thanks for the relaxing massage," Sam said. She got up on her knees and kissed me on the lips. "Thanks, Sammy. Whoa, it's just after 9:30. I gotta be on my way home," I said as I glanced at my watch. "All right, I'll see you tomorrow at Clover's," Sam said. "See you tomorrow, Sammy," I said. "I had so much fun with you tonight, Matthew," Sam said to me. "Me too, Sammy. Me too," I said back to her. Sam and I embraced a hug and gave each other a kiss goodbye when I stepped out of Sam's room, and Sam walked out of her room to the balcony to find me at the bottom. She was still wearing her bathing suit, and she waved goodbye from her balcony while I went back. I blew a kiss to Sam, and she blew a kiss back to me. She was still smiling lovingly as she watched me walk home. He is sure a nice guy," Sam said as she walked back to her room after Matthew went away. I walked back to my room, grabbed my night clothes, and changed into my night clothes. I was still lying down as I grabbed my bed sheets and slipped into them. Then I reached for my pink gown to put on. "Boy, was this a perfect night for me," I said as I climbed into my bed. I sighed in love, thinking about Matthew, then pulled my blanket over my body, slowly starting to close my eyes. After 5 minutes, I fell asleep and was ready for a brand new day with the rest of us at Clover's house for the rest of the weekend. And that, my little pretties, was Date or Disaster, a Totally Spies, I guess you could say a fan fiction written by Matt49324. So, Matt, thank you so much for letting me read this story. Thank you so much for letting me take a time to narrate this story. This was highly appreciated. So, I'm definitely going to have to say it's been quite a long time since I last did a Totally Spies story. Well, by this Matt, by this Matt person. So yeah, it's been almost about a while since I last read one of his stories. So I think now is the time to read another of his stories. My final thoughts on this story. I actually really like how this story went out. It was a pretty good pasta. Well, it's not a pasta, it's a fan fiction. It's a pretty cute one, I have to say. I really do like how it is really cute. Like, seeing, I have read this author's stories in the past. Like, if you're, I guess if you were in my channel since 2020, I probably did narrate a few few of this guy's stories. So I definitely have to say I really do appreciate this story being a really good good job. So I definitely have to say it's a pretty good, well, I definitely have to say it's a pretty good story. I really have to say it's a pretty cute one too. Seeing that Sam and Matthew got together, oh my god. Now Matthew is the author for himself is in the story. I really do like how this went out. It's a pretty cute story. I really do find this one to be cute. So I definitely have to say I really do find it to be pretty good. So I'm definitely going to have to say it's really well made in detail. I really do have to say, I think this is actually one of his older stories I decided to take a look at. I was going to read another of his stories, which I do plan to read more of this guy's stories in the future. Really have to say, I really do like the grammar of this story, although I did spot a few grammatical errors and a few punctuation errors. There was just a few of them. It wasn't really, major, but I know this is like one of his older stories, so I can give that as in this exception. But other than that, I really do find this story to be enjoyable. It's pretty cute. Not gonna lie, it was a really cute story. It was awesome. I really do like how it all went out. I can actually see this being a good Totally Spies episode. Like, I know there was a few Totally Spies episode that had, the spies had, certain boyfriends, but they either dumped them or or either the boyfriend become a bad guy or something. So if you've seen Totally Spies, you probably will get what I'm saying. So there's definitely that. So definitely have to say, I really do like this story, and it is on fanfiction.net if you guys want to check out the author's stories. He writes pretty good stories. So yeah. Anyways, I definitely have to say, if you really like this the story, feel free to narrate it yourself if you like. I really hope Shadow does decide to narrate some of these guys' stories, or even Space Voyager or something, because I'm pretty sure they'll like these stories. I'm pretty sure they'll like it. And as to be honest, to the author, great job. Great job with this story, and I do plan to read more of your stories in the future, when I have the time, that is. So, of course, I get this is not really a long review, but I'm just gonna simply just say I don't see anything bad about the story, but the only thing is it's not a big major, but I would have to say that there was a few grammatical errors and a few punctuation errors in the story. But since this is like an older story, I guess I can give that as an exception. But other than that, the story was alright. It wasn't bad. It does need a little bit of improvement, mainly with the grammatical errors, but I understand this is an older story, so I'm willing to give that one a pass. So, I guess with that being said, and that being the case, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the review. And as always, I'm gonna sit here and say this right now that, this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you happen to disagree with me, that is fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of this story would have to be I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. Pretty good story, really good, well made, and I definitely have to say it's a pretty good, well made story. I really do find this to be amazing, and it was cute too. Not gonna lie. So, anyways, with that being the case, with that being said, what did you guys think about this story? Did you all enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and if you happen to be brand new here on this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell when I upload so that you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro, because I'm out.